Welcome into bucco-booth, everybody. My name is Benson Fexer, and I will be the host of your show today. And today is a bit of a historic day in American sports, and I would even argue in Pittsburgh sports. Today will be the first game, live sports game, and the Pirates will host it against the Indians tonight since March the 12th, 128 days ago. The Pirates will be the team at PNC Park leading this country out of the pandemic. They play the Indians tonight at 7:05 p.m. Joe Musgrove will be on the mound, named the opening day starter, so he will be in line to do such on Friday. The Pirates will also play the Indians on Monday night in Cleveland and back in Pittsburgh on Wednesday before they travel to St. Louis on Friday to kick off the 2020 season. And I absolutely cannot wait to see them take on the Indians tonight. With Gregory Polanco testing positive for COVID-19, the Pittsburgh Pirates must now decide what to do in right field. The correct answer is one that may be a bit outside of the box. Friday afternoon, fans of the Pittsburgh Pirates learned that right fielder Gregory Polanco has tested positive for the coronavirus. As a result, he will not be ready for opening day on Friday in St. Louis. Due to this, the team will need to find an alternative plan for right field. So, with Polanco out, what should the team do in right field? The obvious answer would appear to be to have fourth outfielder Guillermo Heredia play in Polanco's place. If not Heredia, then potentially Socrates Brito, who now figured to have an increased chance of making the opening day roster. However, neither of these players are who the Pittsburgh Pirates should turn to in right field. The player the Pittsburgh Pirates should turn to in right field is Adam Frazier. Now, you may be asking yourself, isn't Frazier the team's starting second baseman? Well, yes. That said, moving Frazier to right field would give the Pirates the best team they could have with Polanco out. In his MLB career, Frazier owns a +7 defensive runs saved as an outfielder and a +1 outs above average in the outfield. So Frazier is an above average defender in the outfield. Throw in his career .279 average, .342 on base, .420 slugging, and .103 WRC+, both of which are superior to that of Heredia and Brito, and Frazier is the best option for right field. By moving Frazier to right field, the Pittsburgh Pirates can also then assemble their best defensive infield. This would be Kevin Newman moving from shortstop to second base, and Cole Tucker being inserted as the team shortstop. While Newman was an offensive standout as a rookie in 2019, hitting for a .308 average, .353 on base, and a .446 slugging, to go with a .110 WRC+, and 2.4 F-WAR, he struggled defensively at shortstop. In 1,007 MLB innings at shortstop the past two seasons, Newman owns a -10 DRS and -10 OAA. At second base, however, he owns a +2 DRS and a -2 OAA. So, it goes without saying that Newman is a far superior defender at second base than shortstop. As for Tucker, he likely remains the Pirate shortstop of the future. The new front office thinks very highly on him, and he could be a potential Gold Glove Award winner in his future. Last season, he posted a +2 DRS and 4.6 UZR 150 at shortstop. Without a minor league season for Tucker to play in, it is in his best interest to play as regularly as possible at the MLB level. Also, despite poor overall offensive numbers at the MLB level in 2019, Tucker showed signs for optimism. His 36.5% hard contact rate was 2% higher than league average, and his 87.9 mile per hour exit velocity was league average. Ultimately, if a hitter makes quality contact more often than not, they're going to collect their share of hits. Tucker also finished the season strong. In his final 69 plate appearances of the season, he hit for a .286 average, .348 on base, and a .492 slugging to go with a 118 WRC plus and a 14.5% extra base hit rate. It is time to see what Tucker can do. With Polanco out, the Pittsburgh Pirates should shift Frazier in right field. They should then slide Newman to second base and make Tucker their starting shortstop. Not only would this be the team's best possible defensive makeup, it could also give Tucker the opportunity he needs to prove if he is the team shortstop of the future or not. And I keep saying this, and people consistently point out Tucker's poor offensive numbers, but when you factor in his hard contact rate, which is 2% above league average, and his average exit velocity, which is league average, and the fact that he finished the season hitting .286, getting on base at a .348, and slugging nearly .500, to go with his outstanding defense at shortstop, it makes you wonder and consider now moving Adam Frazier to right field, because what you don't want to do is take Kevin Newman out of the lineup, because Kevin Newman is clearly the better player than Adam Frazier. And with this situation with Gregory Polanco being diagnosed with coronavirus, my initial thought would be to start Guillermo Heredia in right field and have Socrates Brito sort of serve as the fourth outfielder and can fill in where need be. And Brito, he wasn't going to make the opening day roster unless Polanco had an injury or came down with the coronavirus, as he has. And we talked about in episodes prior of different ways that Cole Tucker could potentially make his way into the everyday lineup. Because 2020, and I came out with my standings predictions yesterday, I have the Pirates going 30-30. Now, last year through 60 games, they were 29-31, so I think 30-30 is a reasonable mark, having them finish tied for third in the division with the Chicago Cubs. I have the Cardinals, number 1, going 37-23. Second, the Brewers going 32-28, tied for third, both the Pirates and Cubs at 30-30, and the Reds in last, which I've taken a lot of heat for, going at 24-36. That is how I sort of see the NL Central shaping up. So I see the Pirates as a 500 team. And, you know, if they throw in a couple extra wins, they are a borderline wildcard team. And when you're talking about 60 games in the playoffs, likely you're only going to need around 35 wins to be a wildcard team. The Pirates are going to be right there in the mix in 2020. And most teams should be right there in the mix. We're heading into July 24th. And if you think about it like this, we're headed to July 24th. 60 games to go, and the Pirates are tied for first place. They have 60 games to get into the playoffs. Now, in terms of, again, I think they're going to be a 500 team, and when it comes to that, 2020 needs to be about giving Cole Tucker as much of an opportunity to play as possible, because of the fact that there is no minor league season, and you really don't want to stunt his development. And from every sign, every indicator that we've seen from Ben Cherington in the front office, they're showing that they really like Cole Tucker. And if they're honest about that, and if they believe that, they need to find a way to get him into the starting lineup. And we saw that yesterday. An interesting tidbit is that rather than Adam Frazier, who I believe should be the guy in right field on Friday against St. Louis, Cole Tucker and Phillip Evans, another guy that's likely to make the opening day roster as a utility type player, both of them were taking fly balls in the outfield yesterday, and Phillip Evans actually started in right field in the inter-squad game last night. I think it's a smart decision to have Cole Tucker out there taking fly balls, giving him that extra versatility. But if the Pirates are serious about getting Cole Tucker into the lineup and serious about potentially contending, then they need to align and have the best defensive alignment possible, and that is Tucker at shortstop, Newman at second base, and Frazier in right field. Frazier is an above-average defensive right fielder and sure as hell can hit better than Heredia and Brito can. You'd have an outfield configuration of Reynolds, Dyson, Frazier, infield of Moran, Tucker, Newman, and Osuna, with Bell being the DH. The only real liability in Stallings behind the plate, the only real liability you have there is Moran, and we'll see what happens with Hayes. He's still yet to report likely a coronavirus diagnosis there. So a lot of interesting things, but I really want to see Adam Frazier be the guy in right field and not see Cole Tucker out there, because Cole Tucker has not played any outfield in his professional career, and Adam Frazier has proven to be a solid defensive outfielder. Although the future first base looks to be Mason Martin, Alexander Mojica could be another good answer there for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates now have one of the best farm systems in the major leagues. With such a deep system, some really notable names can become some pretty underrated prospects, as they haven't had a chance to make a real name for themselves yet. This might be the case with corner infield prospect Alexander Mojica. Mojica was signed by the Pittsburgh Pirates in August 2018 out of the Dominican Republic. He actually was signed exactly on his 16th birthday, August 2nd. However, Mojica wouldn't make his professional debut until the following season in 2019. Mojica started out his career with the DSL Pirates in the Dominican Summer League, and he was outstanding in the short season league. In 218 plate appearances and 174 at-bats, the lefty slugger hit for a .351 average, .468 on base, and a .580 slugging, 14 doubles, and 5 home runs. Across a 500 at-bat season, that comes out to 23 home runs and 40 doubles. Mojica also showed very good plate discipline for someone younger than 20. He actually walked more than he struck out with a 37 to 34 walk to strikeout ratio. Mojica's average exit velocity was 89 miles per hour. That ties him for the 5th highest mark among players younger than 19. At just 16 years old, and 2020 would be his age 17 season, you could expect that to rise. Mojica's overall offensive output placed him at a 182 WRC plus and 491 WOBA. This helped him land a spot on the DSL All-Star team in 2019. Right now, Mojica is a third baseman, but he should make the full transition to first base soon. Last year, of the 292 innings he received in the field, only 16 came from first base. Mojica is an overall below-average fielder. While he does have a strong arm with a 50 future grade by Fangraphs and 60 grade per MLB Pipeline, it comes with the fact that he isn't that great of an overall fielder. Fangraphs currently has his fielding at 35 with a future of 40. Plus, with the likelihood of a designated hitter in both the National League and American League alike by the time Mojica is MLB ready, he can split his time at both designated hitter and first base if his defense doesn't improve. However, his worst tool is his running ability, as Fangraphs only gives it a future of 20 and Pipeline a grade of 30. But there shouldn't be much question about his bat. As you saw with his DSL numbers, Mojica can hit. Fangraphs gives his hit tool a future of 55, which would tie him with 3 other prospects, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Ji-Hwan Bae, and Juan Jerez. Hayes even having the best hit tool out of the Pittsburgh Pirates system before the draft. Based on his power display in his first professional season, you probably could have guessed he would get good reviews for his power. In terms of raw power, he has a current 55 grade and future of 60. While his game power only has a current of 20, it has a future of 55. While that doesn't make him the most powerful player in the Pirates system, he still is one of the best overall prospects in the minor league system for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's the only player in the Pirates minors to have above average grades for his hit, raw power, and game power tools. MLB Pipeline compares him to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., as, like Guerrero, Mojica is a strong and big-bodied corner infielder. Currently, Mojica is still a very youthful 17 years old. He has a lot of time to refine his skills, as he is given an ETA of 2023. He already has great discipline, a trait many look for in a prospect, as it shows they have very good pitch recognition. Not only could he refine his skills at the plate, but also improve his glove to make him a better fielder. I mean, the kid is just 17 years old. This would have been his 17th season in 2020, and he was 16 when he put up monster numbers in the Dominican Summer League. And when we talk about the future of first base, and we think about what